Okay, so today in class we were trying to review. We have a DCA coming up. So there's this Unit 6 review page. It's posted on Canvas, and you try to figure out like multiplying matrices and so forth. And I wanted to go over number 8 on the back a little bit. People were asking, how do you set that one up? How do you go about that one? So let me move the pre-calc book here. All right, so the number 8 here at the top says, your family is planning to spend a vacation traveling through eastern Iowa, and your parents want to plan a budget. And they talk about the towns that you go to. They talk about spending money on gas, on food, activities, lodging, and so forth. So, you know, you read through and you see there's different cities and different amounts for different costs: gas, food, lodging, activities. But then it says construct a matrix to represent all the cost involved in this vacation. Label your rows and your columns. And I'm at home now tonight, so I'm just recording with my phone, so I know the picture's not as steady as if I was in the classroom, but because I'm just holding it. But yeah, they're talking about different places you're going and how much you're spending. So you need to make a matrix and label things. So I would start with, first, it says the trip begins in Cedar Falls. So I would write down the cities, and they tell you that you're gonna be spending money on gas, food, activities, and lodging. So, you know, you have to make a matrix out of it. So at Cedar Falls, you're gonna be spending money on different things. So at the top, I would put your gas, a column for food, a column for gas, a column for food, a column for activities. And I'm sure you hear my dog barking too, because I'm at home, like I said. Activities and lodging. Lodging. There we go. And then like close the parentheses, close the matrix. So I'm gonna have to fill in this matrix with all this information. So like in Cedar Falls, it says they spend $100 on gas, fill up their tank, $100. That's kind of expensive for gas, actually. $200 on food, $70 on activities, and $250 for lodging. Maybe they stayed at a hotel or something. Then next they're gonna go to Dubuque, and so forth. You'll have to fill in how much money they spent on things in Dubuque. And then they stayed in Iowa City. And again, you have to fill in money amounts for these towns, you know, fill in all these. Okay, so that's how you get started on it. Part B, they want you to figure out sales tax on everything. They're gonna charge you tax on everything, 7%. So 7% is needed. You have to change it to a decimal. And I think a lot of you know how to do that already. 7%, it's like you get charged 7 cents for every dollar you spend. So 7% is the same as 0.07. So now they want you to make a new matrix, and it says write a matrix X. And it's gonna be pretty much the same as above. It's still gonna have all those entries in it, but you're gonna take everything in there and figure out sales tax, 7%. Okay, let's see. The amount of taxes will be paid. Pretend that all. Okay, so you have to take everything up above and times it by 0.07 and put in, so 100 times 0.07. See, like the gas from Cedar Falls, you'll have to take 100 times 0.07. Let's see, if I take 0.07 times 100, that would be like $7. And if you take the food amount, the 200, and times it by 0.07, I believe that's $14, stuff like that. And so again, you're gonna need to fill in like all these places, all the tax amount, 7% times everything in that matrix up above. So these are gonna be smaller amounts because it's just the tax. And then part C, get a total, like add the 100 plus the 7 So this new matrix, so the total cost would be $107 for your gas, and they charge you tax, $7, so it's $107. So hopefully you kind of get it. It's not too bad. It just takes a while to get it all figured out. Okay, so I didn't do the whole thing. I just kind of got you started so you could see the process. And yeah, that just helps you kind of get going on that number 8. What is the part D? What is the entry denoted as T1, 2? Okay, the 1 means you're in row 1. The 2 means you're in the column 2. See this T1, 2. So the 1 stands for row 1. And the 2, sorry, I know I'm shaky with I'm just holding the camera. This stands for column 2. So they want you to, once you have filled in a matrix here, again, I know we haven't done the whole thing yet, but once you fill in all your numbers in here for your cost of everything, then they want you to find row 1. And again, these are rows going across. Like Cedar Falls, that's row 1. Row 1, this is another row. The Dubuque numbers are row 2. The Iowa City numbers, they're row 3. See? 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. They want you to find row 1, and they want you to find what's in column 2. And they want you to explain what's row 1. So row 1 it'd be something about Cedar Falls. Like how much you spent doing something in Cedar Falls. Column 2. So look for row 1, column 2. You know, up and down, like gas is column 1, food is column 2, activities column 3, lodgings column 4. And so hopefully that helps a little so you can get going on this. And we'll talk about it in class 2 next time before we take the DCA, so you can answer, ask questions in class. Okay, so that gets you going on number 8 so you can get started on it and finish it up.